At the end of a workday, Cheryl Porter pulls into the gravel drive of her one-bedroom travel trailer in Brandon, Mississippi.
I actually want to get rid of this one and get a bigger one. Because, when Michael gets home, Lord willing.
Her son was in the Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchman when deadly riots broke out at the end of last year. She has cell phone images of the aftermath.
This is where they hit him with the pipe. They stabbed him 12 times.
John Knight says being locked up in Mississippi is about pure survival.
They still treat you like a common-day slave because you have committed a crime. They're sentencing you to prison, first and foremost, and then they're sentencing you to death if you don't survive because of the deplorable conditions.
The notorious state penitentiary at Parchman has long been a focal point for prison reform. It's a sprawling 18,000-acre working farm in the Mississippi Delta, a former plantation converted to a prison to lease convicts after the Civil War.
Somebody was making a ton of money on people working for nothing. For African Americans in this state, it feels like a continuation of slavery, really. You lock people up, put them up there, and then you put them to work for nothing. That's what it feels like.
There are no chain gangs at Parchman today. Critics say the bondage is now in the form of gang leaders and the corrupt guards who help them. On January 26th, the Mississippi Department of Corrections sent out a news release that 26-year-old Joshua Norman had been found dead on a Sunday morning, hanging in his one-man cell at Parchman.
Supposedly, he committed suicide. I don't believe that happened to him.
Janice Sherman is Joshua's aunt. She says he'd been running from violence and brutality since he first entered the Mississippi Department of Corrections at age 16.
You can't live every day knowing that you might die the same day.
We don't have enough officers to stop anything.
Jennifer White was a correctional officer at Parchman for 15 years. She says at times there would be 2 officers overseeing more than 200 prisoners, and inmates took advantage of that.
They would throw stuff on you like feces, urine, hot water, acid, whatever they had, and it became bad.
I understand how people are concerned about prisons and the unfair conditions, but when you take a prisoner, you saw all the pictures of the plumbing leaking everywhere and how nasty. Well, if they tear the sinks out and they pull the piping loose to make tools to kill each other, who's at fault for that?